Hi, I'm Justin Wack, founder of Savvy Accountability, and I'm here with Dr. Mark Hansen. Dr. Hansen, I've heard you say in the past that shame and trauma left untreated can lead to defense mechanisms, ways that we cope with this shame and this trauma. Some of the ways that we act out we see in Savvy Accountability are online issues. Gaming, gambling, pornography is the big one. Sometimes it's just turning to Facebook for hours on end. Talk to me a little bit about these shame-based offenses. We're turning to some of these things to cope with this shame and this trauma that we're dealing with in our lives.
Sure. Well, if you can imagine when you were maybe a kid, Justin, the swimming pool, and you get the beach ball. Every kid tries it, holding the beach ball under the water.
Right.
And they try, oh, how long can I hold it? They'll get on top of the beach ball, only to see it flip upside down, because eventually it's going to pop to the top. That's what many people try to do with their pain, with their trauma, with their shame. I'm going to just keep holding it under the water so no one sees it. The problem is it just gets exhausting. Eventually it will pop up to the top. It's not a matter of if it does, it's a matter of when it does. The problem with shame-based defenses, ways that we develop and connive, if you will, to deal with our shame, is none of them work. In fact, they are indicators sometimes that we have shame. And so, because people can read through us and they're like, boy, why is he raging? Why is he angry? Why is he tearing himself down or herself down? Those are indicators that there is something else there. There is some sort of pain there that people are trying to deal with. Eventually that beach ball is going to come up to the top and people will see there's an issue here.
So we have to deal with these things in some way. We have to deal with the shame. We have to deal with this trauma. And I think many of us, like you said, it's like that beach ball trying to hold it underwater, but yet at some point it's going to surface. How can we get to that point of letting it surface? Because I imagine that's healthy. It needs to come out. I mean, that's how we're going to deal with it. But how might we do that in a healthy way instead of blowing up in anger or rage or spending our time locked in a room looking at pornography, looking at playing games on Facebook all night? How can we deal with this in a more appropriate, healthy way to let that surface, yet not get caught up in some of these shameful behaviors that just keep the cycle going?
Sure. You use the word deal with it. Deal with it implies medicating. A little phrase I like to use is you can deal with it or you can heal from it. Dealing with it is the rage, it is the lashing out, the self-contempt, it is power. If you see someone who's got a power issue or is bullying, there's almost always, we've heard it all our lives, bullies are usually just terrified. They're insecure individuals. Donald Nathanson talks about the compass of shame and shame-based defenses, and he says it's either attacking others, attacking ourselves, isolating, or avoiding. The addiction many times is the avoiding, and then the Facebook all night long is sometimes the isolation. I'm just going to go in here, I need to be by myself. Okay, those are ways of dealing with it. It's the medicating, it's putting the Band-Aid on cancer. Again, it goes back to having to acknowledge that I hurt. This is painful for me. It's going to hurt bad enough one of these days that it will come out. It comes out for me when my wife can always tell when I am dealing with something because of the way that there will be something that is out of character for me, and she'll say, okay, what's that about? The beach ball is going to come up. And we have to acknowledge that at some point the pain is going to get so bad. It is, there's a reason people go to get their knees replaced, because the pain hurts bad enough that they can't take anymore. People will change when it hurts more to stay the way they are than it does to go get some help and to change what is happening with them and to heal. So it goes back to the acknowledging. And as we've talked about in previous sessions, the curse is the cure. The fear of shame, the fear of my trauma is, if people find this out, if I let them see this, they're going to reject me. They're going to heap more shame upon me. But it is when it is exposed that then we can begin to deal with it and find healing for it and not have to deal with it. We can heal from it.
So I'm hearing you say it's all about that exposure. It's all about the healing from it instead of just dealing with it. Maybe that's you today. Maybe you're watching this and recognizing that some of these things, these behaviors that you've been engaging in are just dealing with it, dealing with that hurt, dealing with that pain from whatever it may be from your past. Maybe you're turning to pornography. Maybe you're spending all evening, all afternoon at work, whatever it may be, surfing porn site to porn site. Maybe it's gaming. Maybe you're removing yourself from your reality through online gaming. Maybe it's gambling, the rush you get from that. Maybe you're just pulling yourself away, like Dr. Hansen said, isolating in Facebook all night. Whatever it may be, I invite you today to go to our website, go to savvyaccountability.com, download the software and try it for yourself today. We've heard Dr. Hansen say that it's all about that exposure. You can't keep that beach ball underwater forever. And so use Savvy Accountability. Try it today as a way to let that beach ball come up in a healthy way. Engage one of your friends, someone that you trust, to be that accountability partner and to be able to provide that support that's most needed in that time of weakness. Savvy Accountability can help you with that today. So I invite you to go to the website and try the software today.